kali telah bisa menerima kami untuk berkunjung ke Bandung. Jadi Pak Wali, kami ini sebetulnya kunjungan misi ini adalah sebagai tindak lanjut dari pertemuan Bapak yang Menko kemarin ya. Jadi beliau ini sebetulnya datang lebih kepada memastikan kelanjutan dari rencana Bandung dengan grup yang ada itu kan uangnya hanya 150 juta US. Nah kita tuh tidak mungkin membangun itu semua. Ini kan build Bandung Interurban Toll Road. Nah karena tadi kembali saya sampaikan bahwa mungkin belum tentu tollway, mungkin freeway saja gitu kan. Jadi seperti rencana semula itu dari terusan dari mana Pasder kita terus terbang sampai ke Pasuruan. Kalau hanya sampai situ, artinya kan kemacetan hanya dipindahkan ke situ kan. Sehingga kita akan mengupayakan, ini konsepnya awalnya Pak ya, konsepnya kemarin pembicaraan dengan kita akan membuat persimpangan tak sebidang. Jadi uang yang sisanya itu akan untuk tak sebidang. Misalnya itu Cibiru, kemudian Batu dari Cirebon, supaya arterinya itu kalau memang bisa dialirkan ke situ, kira-kira gitu. Nah, barangkali nanti ya, kemudian juga kemungkinan kalau masih cukup kita akan nerusin sampai yang sedikit lagi sampai ke Soekarno-Hatta, kira-kira gitu. Jadi mungkin before we continue, I'd like to ask you to introduce by yourself to Mr. Mayor, and then tell Mr. Mayor what is the goal around here, and explain this is the goal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. For this project, Japanese government and Indonesian government have already signed the exchange of loans, so that the government of Japan has already shown commitment to support this project. But since then, there have been some discussion about the scope of the project, and so we are now trying to confirm again the most updated plan for this project. And but anyway, this project, one
also we wanted to see the actual situation at the site. That is why we came here today to check each place, and especially the underpasses and the flyovers is a new component that has been suggested from the Indonesian side. So we really wanted to know the actual situation, how it is now, and hopefully based on the new plan and the new feasibility study report for these flyovers, we came together these materials and hopefully we can come to the agreement. That is our purpose today. Thank you very much.
No. I mean, what do you expect from the mayor? And what do you like to know or to get some document or something? That's why we make it with him, right? Is there anything to ask Mr. Mayor?
Yes. So one of the issues that we wanted to confirm is that the consensus building about this project, with the related parties. So yes, through Mr. Bambang and Mr. Yogi Devu, we know that the city mayor of Bandung is fully agreed to this project all the time. But one of our concerns was that West Java, for instance, is the information provided to them, and are they also okay with the new plan? Not the basic plan in 2009, but there are many changes. So for that part, they're okay or not, and if necessary, what kind of procedures we have, your side has to still follow to move forward. That part we want to confirm.
Yes, first of all, I would like to say thank you for your coming. We are very much respect the Japanese government. Next week I'm going to Japan also. I'm going to sign the MOU with Kawasaki City, sister city. We have many assistance, the city of Bandung, by the Japanese city government. I have agreement with Kawasaki, with Hamamatsu, with Tokyo, and also the Toyota City. We also now discussing the smarter city program with Japan Smarter City Alliance. Yes, I know. So I'm happy that we will continue this project. This project is being discussed long before I become a mayor. But now as a mayor, I push many agenda for infrastructure to make sure my city is ready for future. Bandung now population 2.5 million. we are very popular in touristic. We receive 6 million tourists per year. And that 6 million, 80% local domestic tourists. And the domestic tourists usually bring the car. That's why this year we are pushing the agenda for LRT projects. We are pushing also the agenda for cable car projects, and we are pushing also to provide flyover and underpass in many arterial roads. So I'm hoping I will follow what the Ministry of Public Works suggested. We want to be realistic. We don't want to delay the projects too long. I believe we want to have very long highway. Yeah. But half of the corridor is still having a problem with land acquisition. So if we wait until the whole land acquisition finish, it will take a bit time. That's why I think this year, from the previous concept, we developed half of the project, yeah, that is ready, which is from the Pasteur toll gate to the Gasibu. Gasibu is the city center of Bandung. Yeah. So with that as agreed, we already put the project in our master plan, so no problem from our city regulation. And also to help the traffic, we want this year also to have a flyover in other part of the arterial road. Yeah, I think Mr. Bambang already mentioned. Some are flyover, but if we can make it underpass, as an architect mayor, I love underpass compared to flyover. Yeah. Because for me, both serve the same function, but underpass less destructive to the visual city planning. Yeah. But I know underpass usually is a bit more expensive than the flyover. But if I have to choose, I prefer underpass. But if there is no option and because of the budget issue, I have no problem with the flyover as long as it works and we can start something this year. So according to the map from Pak Bambang, besides the main projects, we have also a series of flyover and underpass. So I think all the projects I will follow Pak Bambang. From the city side, I will make sure all the permits, all the process will be no problem. And we would like to see the project have some ground broken
progres pelaksanaan kegiatan di UTF ini sampai dengan saat ini dari tahun 2014 sampai dengan tahun 2014 itu proses pembebasan lahan baik itu yang dilakukan oleh pemerintah provinsi Jawa Barat maupun oleh Kota Bandung dan Kota Bandung juga itu sudah dilakukan untuk luas sekitar 317.817 hektar. Jadi datanya bisa disampaikan ke teman-teman. Kemudian dari seluas itu yang dana dasar dari daerah di provinsi itu kurang lebih 198.600 hektar persegi.
Yang 317 hektar itu
317
dibebaskan.
Ya, yang sudah 17 meter ribu Pak. 317.817 meter persegi.
317.000.
Ya, 817
hektar yang
31 hektar. Nah, dari 31 hektar itu yang dari provinsi adalah 19,8 hektar kurang lebih ya. Kemudian untuk dana yang dari Kota Bandung lebih 11,9 hektar. Ya, 11,9 hektar. Nah, sebetulnya dari untuk anggaran tahun 2015 itu harapannya adalah dari APBN ada kegiatan pembebasan lahan. Kalau berdasarkan data yang dari kami dapatkan itu untuk semuanya anggaran APBN untuk 5 titik-titik pembebasan lahan. Jadi ada Frontex luas 1, kemudian Frontex luas 2, kemudian Frontex luas 3, 4, 5 sampai luas interchange Kabupaten Bandung ke arah selatan. Itu ada. Nah, berdasarkan data dari Biro Pemda Bandung, Biro Pemko, jadi SKU tentang SP2LP tentang pembebasan tanah itu sudah diterbitkan sejak tahun 2011 melalui SKU nomor 593 tahun 2011, kemudian diperpanjang lagi melalui SKU tahun 2015 sampai dengan tahun 2016. Jadi berdasarkan SK penetapan lokasi kita masih punya waktu sampai dengan Desember 2015 ini untuk proses pembebasan lahan. Kemudian dari kan ada dua ruas ya, ruas horizontal sama ruas vertikal. Untuk ruas vertikal itu ada daftar aset pemerintah pusat yang terkena pembebasan lahan.
Pemerintah pusat
yang horizontal Pak. Horizontal mulai dari Pasir sampai Gunung ya. Ada kurang lebih 21 lokasi instansi. Di mana dari 21 lokasi instansi tersebut ada 13 kementerian yang terlibat di sini, karena ada beberapa lokasi yang lebih dari satu kementeriannya. Ini informasi terakhir bahwa baru 4 sudah ada persetujuan dari kementerian. Dan demikian ada kurang lebih 12 lagi yang belum dapat persetujuan dari kementerian untuk proses pembebasan lahan yang horizontal. Barangkali itu Pak, sementara ini masih dari
I cannot translate also because he just informed us that the progress of the land negotiation actually. But in principle, I can understand that from the view of your question that spatial planning, they still agree with the first planning because they said the government decree already until December 2016 means that the corridor still on. Still, what we call it, follow the spatial planning. Saya kira gitu Pak ya, karena SP2 lebih masih tetap koridor itu soalnya masih on. Kan pertanyaan dia sebenarnya dari sisi Prof itu masih oke nggak? Kayak jalan gitu.
Ada ya? Yeah, so from the spatial planning, okay, and the province still working hard to buy land for remaining of the half yang itu ya?
Ya.
Ini kan dulu kalau kita sampai sini kan?
Sebetulnya yang dikerjakan beliau itu dari pastor sampai di rumah.
Iya maksudnya.
Yang horizontal.
So they are buying the land for these projects. So from pastor to the end of the projects, like in the previous plan. But I think as Kabama suggested, for this process, we will only build half, gitu kan? Half from the pastor to the point where everything no problem in land acquisition. Maybe in the future, after the land acquisition for the remaining half is finished, we can continue the half remaining segment. So the answer to your questions from the province, everything okay because it's already on the master plan, and even better they are still buying the land for this project. But that's for the remaining half. So it will not block or delay the first half. So I think the first half can be done anytime soon, as long as the projects, the detailed drawing and everything is ready. So that's basically it.
Just one small information. Mr. Bambam explained to us that the government decree has been
Governor for the corridor.
Yeah, until December 2016. So, I'll explain our plan for the schedule, but what is going to happen if we move to January 2017?
We will ask government to extend it.
But that is the system. Thank you very much.
One more question. You said the remaining part is still in process of plan approval. And I want to confirm, is the remaining part you mean phase 2?
Phase 2.
That's it.
I think according to them, they explained that now they are not going for the acquisition land from the pastor until the end. I mean,
Jadi Pak, yang Bapak bebaskan di sisi mana Pak?
Yang
Pastor sampai ke Sibu aman kan?
pasir ke Sibu aman.
Right.
okay.
That is finished.
Yes.
So the first half, no problem.
is finished.
All the land clear.
Okay, that's the one.
They are buying the land for the remaining half.
Okay, I understand. That's the one.
Memang mungkin kita menunggu keputusan dari kementerian dari izin prinsipnya Pak. Kan ada beberapa kementerian yang
silakan.
Ada MOU antara pemerintah pusat dan provinsi dan kabupaten kota
Sama Pak Menteri ya.
yang tahun 2012 pun ada permohonan dari kita untuk direview ulang Pak, karena kan memang mandek. Selain itu dari sisi progres pembebasan lahan pun yang dikerjakan oleh provinsi sebetulnya dari sisi yang tadi trase horizontal dari Pasteur sampai Cilenyi itu seperti disampaikan Pak Kabid ada 21 atau kemudian lembaga yang terlewati, dan kami data baru 4 Pak. Itu juga hasil laporan dari Kementerian Pekerjaan Umum Pak, Pekerjaan PU. Lalu kronologisnya ketika tahun 2014 sebetulnya Kementerian PU menyatakan akan melakukan koordinasi internal dengan kementerian, tapi sampai saat ini belum terjadi. Kita belum dapat laporan apakah kementerian tersebut sudah mengeluarkan persetujuan nggak untuk tanah-tanah yang terlewati rencana trase yang melewati kantor kementerian tersebut Pak. Nah, informasi terakhir, koordinasi tersebut dilakukan oleh Kementerian Koordinator Kemaritiman, Pak. Progres terakhir itu ada dari kantor geologi beberapa minggu kemarin itu ke kita dalam kaitan dengan koordinasi tersebut menanyakan seberapa banyak kantor mereka itu terlewati oleh transit tersebut, gitu Pak. Itu progres terakhir banget dari kita. Mungkin itu yang bisa disampaikan oleh kami, Pak. Terima kasih.
Geologi kan setelah disitu.
So the presentation, ya.
Saya ingin saja melaporkan saja kaitan dengan kemarin Pak. Ya, kemarin kita rapat dengan di Menko Maritim. Jadi ternyata dari Pak Menko Maritim itu sudah mengirim surat ke kementerian-kementerian yang terkena kemarin itu sudah diundang kembali si kementeriannya. Ada 3 yang belum clear gitu, belum datang. Jadi ada yang dari Kementerian Pendidikan, ya, kemudian dari Keuangan dan BKN. Jadi hari ini jadi
Itu belum respon.
belum respon. Jadi yang lainnya datang dan sudah ada respon di sana. Memang kita minta nanti kebetulan dari provinsi kemarin tidak ada yang datang Pak.
Oh iya.
Jadi tapi nggak apa-apa kita yang jawab waktu itu. Kemudian kita ini minta dijadwalkan pertemuan lagi dengan Pak Deputi dari Menko berkaitan dengan pembahasan ini. Jadi kita tanggal 10 ya. Kaitannya dalam tanggal 10 Pak. Ya.
Terus ini what we doing with the flyover ya Pak?
Ya, Mas Pati.
This one is a traffic jam because the meeting between the flow from the highway maybe with local road. So every weekend is always stuck. That's why some of the suggestion before is to go underpass for the highway. When you have underpass, crossing this plaza, then we don't have many problems because people who wants to pass going to the east, they don't have to meet with the local traffic. Jadi maksud saya Pak, proyek ini harus dengan underpass Gasibu kira-kira gitu. Nanti nomornya lagi di atas geologi ini, tidak ada masalah. Tapi dia akan menghindari traffic dengan orang yang local traffic yang crossing dari utara ke selatan ketemu highway timur barat ini bisa heading. Ya maksud saya titip yang disebut tahap 1 itu adalah dari Pasteur sampai ke depan geologi berupa adaptasi. Terus paham?
I just get confirmation from my designer. This morning you asked about no, remember?
Yes.
So they said to me that tunnel is included the phase 1. So what Mr. Mayor said, this place actually this morning we stopped, remember?
And it will very bad weekend because all Jakarta people always come using this gate, yeah, and they always want to go to here and they go to shopping and doing things. So they meet local people, local traffic here, crossing from north to east and north to south, meeting with the flow of highway traffic. It's very bad. That's why if you have something to solve on this in the first phase of this project, that would be my request also. It will solve many traffics in here and also there.
Thank you very much. So regarding the schedule, yeah, I'd like to answer what we are thinking right now. So, as I explained, we are coming here to gather some new materials in this report for the biologists and non-analysis. You have to get this in chart. So based on the new information, we have to update our cost estimation and others that we have done on 2009 with the gap. So we will thinking hire a consultant and do all those jobs, and hopefully we're aiming at this end of until this end of the year we'll come to the loan agreement, we'll reach a loan agreement, and after that we will start the procurement of consultants for detailed design, and after the detailed design has been finished, the bidding for the contractors will start. And actual construction work we will start somewhere in 2019. That is our expecting realistic plan at this moment. But with the effort from both sides, both Indonesian side and Japanese side, we think that there is some chance to squeeze or accelerate this schedule. But it is up to our own effort, and we don't know yet about that, but that is the situation that I can answer to Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much.
May I explain to you? Jadi gini Pak, kemarin itu ketemu di Kopi sampai itu bukan
Based on the discussion we had about this schedule, so this is an older one. It's okay. You already get. Oh, okay.
I think the president already ordered also that all the infrastructure he hoped to be finished by 2019. So I think we can combine the prudent way of Japanese procedures and also the creative way of Indonesian doing the infrastructure to meet the deadline. Yeah. But I think I leave that to Pak Bambang. But Pak Bambang also must respect the request from the President that all the infrastructures like this, he wants to finish it before the 2009. And we can do multitasking, we can do design and build. So I think there's many options that we did in the past. Doing the infrastructure. And while we're doing this also, we are paralleling with the flyover and the flyover. So just like have all the project doing the schedule at the same time.
barangkali kesempatan yang baik ini juga Pak, saya mau mohon bantuan Bapak juga. Jadi mereka itu sebetulnya kalau kita berkali dengan kalau lihat Bapak di calon-calon sini seperti Kopo ini kan sudah ada MS-nya, bahkan sudah ada DD-nya. Kami juga sudah ada, tapi kan sekarang ini kan ada kemarin itu ada permintaan dari provinsi bahwa Batu itu dengan kira sampai itu kalau bisa dicat karena lahan di luas itu sempit. Jadi si flyover-nya kalau bisa langsung melompat dulu. Dan kemarin kami sudah di FS-nya Batu. Jadi yang mereka minta ini sudah ada. Kemudian di sini memang tidak ada karena memang si tolnya sudah pecah. Nah di Cibiru ini kan kemarin saya dengar dari Pemkot ya. Nah kalau boleh saya nanti
Sudah ada DD.
they get that already.
Detail design.
Detail design engineering. Yes.
So the status for the flyover and underpass, some already finished the feasibility study, some already finished the detail engineering design. So it's very for your team to review. If you're satisfied with the standard and the quality, some can be done this year as soon as possible. So I think especially the Cibiru, the underpass, also another traffic jam in the east of Bandung. We already, the last year we did the detailed engineering design, also assisted by the Ministry of Public Works. And within the Ministry of Public Works, there is a unit called Center for Roads and Bridges Research. So the detailed engineering design was done by the Center of Road and Bridges within the Ministry of Public Works. So we doing that. So the Cibiru underpass, detailed design is ready. For other location, some are already still FS and detailed design and so on. So I think for Bandung projects, is a level of progress is different. Some still need to start from zero, some already 50%, some preparation already almost 100%. That's what happened
Awali barangkali sebagai pertimbangan juga, mungkin Bapak masih ingat beberapa saat yang lalu Bapak juga kan pernah menginfokan kepada saya bahwa di Soekarno-Hatta ini kan akan ada LRT. Nah, itu kan harus disinkronkan juga Bapak. Nah, mungkin kita bisa informasikan kepada mereka bahwa yang jelas desain-desain kita yang ada di sepanjang Soekarno-Hatta ini kan akan ada semacam review atau perubahan karena kita harus mengakomodasi LRT tadi.
Makanya saya bilang kalau bisa ngebahas problem. Tapi kalau dia harus flyover, dia tengahnya agak bolong buat nanti ngejepit si kakinya monorail itu aja. Reviewnya di situ.
Ya. So I just remind Pak Mayor, there's a program to build the LRT line along the Soekarno-Hatta, our arterial. So means that in the future there will be a review for our flyover design. Instead of mayor request change into the underpass.
So the flyover and underpass in the next 2 years we will have LRT, elevated LRT. So it means what happened when the LRT structure meets the flyover. That is something we need to review to make sure both projects will have no conflict. Yeah. So that's basically something to review.
Coba barangkali studinya LRT untuk menjadi apa ya bahan sudah. Anything else you want to ask to Mr. Mayor?
Actually, if the detailed design is finished for Cibiru underpass, that will also be included in the material that we can receive from Mr. Bambang.
Yes, we can get now.
Sudah ada sekarang.
Our experts in jet technologies will review.
Okay. I think it's just a summary.
Yes.
The whole document maybe later on. It's okay sometime to work.
Okay, yes.
So, semua udah punya. Coba bangun aja. Kita nggak ada mobil lagi.
sama nanti Pak progresnya tanah saya biar bisa saya lapor ke kementerian. Ya. Turun. Pak, kami pembebasan lahan anu di Sumarekon Kabupaten ke Soekarno Hatta, ya, iraha itu selesai Pak. Soalnya saya mau tembus sampai ke Soekarno Hatta.
Terus dia mau bangun saya kasih bintang.
Progres kita, jadi yang bedanya. Itu salah apa beda? Nah, kalau saya kalau saya sampai ke Soekarno Hatta, ini apa ini arteri lagi saya harus memang ada nyambung.
Kawannya atas nama kakek tadi.
Oh, siapa?
Ini kemarin saya
Jadi dia discuss dia, misalnya. Ya,
Okay.
if you satisfied, then we will close the.
Yeah, I think that will be all from me. Whenever you need assistance from the city planner, let me know. So bisa Bambang udah itu us. And we are really hoping we push as a mayor, and also governor, president will emphasize on timing. Because as a political leader, our time is very limited. Everybody wants to finish within the term. So hopefully you have to understand the political dimension of timing. It's very important for us. Terima kasih Bapak. Thank you. Thank you very much.